Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin today at the daily candle close, which is quite cool. Just 2 minutes to go, so I thought, come on, let's watch it. Yeah, Bitcoin is inching lower. Yeah, downward pressure, clearly. Yeah, so anybody who took a short trade here, that was really nice for you. This was obviously the resistance area that I suggested yesterday here. And the idea is, obviously I took the bullish count of the chart already today or yesterday, I can't remember, because while Bitcoin could still squeeze in another rally, it's getting increasingly unlikely, especially as long as we stay below resistance. So it would really need a meaningful break above the 78.6 Fib retracement here, of that move to the downside. To indicate that it will attempt another higher high. Yeah? At the moment, I'm counting here the top as a third wave, because for now I'm leaning to the downside. I'm leaning towards Bitcoin going lower, and I think since yesterday I've got only this count on the chart. By the way, I'm going to take out this green box. This was support which failed, so that was a signal for us, the first signal that it might be worth to focus more on the downside. Yeah, that it failed that support. It did recover from it, but then failed at resistance. And you know, if you fail support and then the next step you fail at resistance, that's not a sign of Bitcoin wants to put another high in. Yeah, so I think we are spending also more time here, percentage-wise, at around the support level, at around 22.6, 22.5K. And the move down again looked quite impulsive here, and the move up so far looks quite corrective. So it could really follow this count finally. Wave A down, wave B up, and wave C down would be ideal. Bear in mind, a wave B can also still go a bit stronger, so I would not rule out that we get a bit of an extension in the B wave. That's always possible that it comes up once more. You know, you can't predict that necessarily. You would get some evidence if we get close to the 23,460 level. Then it's quite likely that it will test the 23,650 and 23,926, yeah, which is the 78.6 Fib level in a B wave. B waves can be annoying, and they can do all sorts of funny stuff. So it remains my view that we need a meaningful break below 22.6, ideally below 22.5K, to finally confirm that the C wave is running, okay? Could it still be something different? Yeah, you know, it could be some kind of an Elliott Wave triangle here still, but I won't explore these ideas because it's just getting too messy. And, you know, you can have, in such a corrective sideways mess, you can have all sorts of different corrections, especially if we're talking about a wave 4 range, which this is, yeah. I mean, we had a wave 4 here, explanation why this is boring. We have a wave 4 down here, which is why it's so boring. And in a wave 4 you can get all sorts of corrections, yeah, mainly flat patterns, sometimes combinations like these WXY patterns, or even triangles. Yeah, they often occur in a wave 4, not in a wave 2 but in a wave 4. And that's why wave 4s are often so boring. And again, maybe this wave 4 is over, you know, maybe in some kind of a weird structure this is still unfolding, but I actually don't think it is. So I'm really looking here at ideally this week a breakout to the downside. So I hope we can solve this throughout this week, and then finally have make some progress ahead of CPI data next week. So you should now know all the key levels here. There is not much more to add. I mean, the bullish crossover plays out. The golden cross, no, it's the golden cross plays out still on the Bitcoin chart. Don't pay any attention to it. It's not really a good signal. Talked about that in one of the previous videos, that I think only 3 bullish or golden crosses worked out in Bitcoin's history. I think 3 didn't, or 4 didn't, and the remaining ones were just up and down crosses. Yeah, they didn't really work. They weren't really helpful. So yeah, golden crosses are not really giving you an edge. They're far too obvious anyway, and they are massively a massively lagging indicator. I mean, you can also see here volume is decreasing. Yeah, indicates that, you know, the chart, the bulls getting exhausted. We have a possible 5-wave move down here, which indicates the trend could be changing. The move up so far is extremely choppy, and I'm actually waiting now for the C wave to play out. Okay, And that's sort of what I'm leaning to. Always remember, just because I'm leaning towards a count doesn't mean it has to play out. Always be aware. Always be aware of the key pivot points and decision points. And I try to preach it. I still don't get the message through, I think, to some people. Don't trade the count. Trade the pivot points. Yeah. Now again, I have to say there are hundreds of different trading strategies and ways of trading and setups, thousands. But obviously this is Elliott Wave, so in Elliott Wave you would trade the pivots, but yeah, you would trade the resistance, you would trade the support levels, and you don't trade the count, because there are, I don't know how many counts would be possible here, but I can give you 5 to 10 counts here if I want to, yeah. Okay, maybe not 10, but you can get a lot of different counts in here. I always try to show you the most likely one, but bear in mind, the most likely one doesn't need to play out. Yeah, it's just simple, and therefore trade the pivots. Trade the turning points. They have to be traded, not the count. Because if you trade the count, you now go short. Yeah, is it the best time to go short now? I don't think so. I mean, could be. Yeah, but a good time to go short was here when it hit resistance and you saw a rejection, for example. Yeah, or a good time to go short might be when we break through here and touch resistance again, and then go short. But here, sort of in the middle of nowhere, I wouldn't do it. So again, don't trade, because as I said, this could still go up in an extended B wave. Therefore, trade the pivots. At some point, it will go. It will get through. I want you guys to succeed. I mean, I've done this long enough. I've been in these markets, in different markets, for a long time, and it takes a lot of discipline, patience. You seriously don't want to trade every wave, and sometimes the Elliott waves tell you, look, there are 3-4 scenarios. You don't have an edge really, so maybe don't trade, or trade with no leverage, or trade smaller positions. Yeah, you don't need to trade every wave. I mean, this FOMO mentality that you think you have to always trade. You have to always trade, always anything. No, you don't. You trade ideally look for like 5-star setups. Yeah, where everything works out for you. At least, and even then you can't be 100% sure, yeah, because there is no certainty, but that's sort of what you need to look out for. Yeah, ideally look for those setups which are really 5-star setups, and not the 2-star ones. I mean, that is just something that sets you up for failure. What I just wanted to add as well is this could become a head and shoulders pattern. Now it's a bit too early to, oh, that's ugly. That's a bit too early to really confirm that, but you have a left shoulder ahead, and maybe we get here overnight a right shoulder. Let's see, and then we have this as a possible breakout, and it could take us down to maybe 22k in a first instance, and at least we would break through all the previous support. That will be interesting, and I will observe that and will update you. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.